Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy Show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. This show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Guys, today we're talking about passion. Such an important topic, especially now with so much going on in the world. Whew, have mercy. So thanks for joining us here. You can go to productivethroughjoy.com if you're new. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. A really incredible series of offerings, workshops, webinars, other cool stuff. Just go there and holla, and we will holla back. Okay, let's just dive into the topic. Let me say a few words about myself first, in case you are new. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, author of the Pulitzer Prize-nominated Animating Black and Brown Liberation, A Theory of American Literatures. I'm the board president of the World Stage, great nonprofit here in Los Angeles, in our Crenshaw district. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad, Go Bears, my master's from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. Guys, I'm an expert at being productive, all right? I don't say that to brag or boast. I say it because people are often almost always surprised to hear of that background when they hear my deep background. I am the product of a young girl, really, who was assaulted at age 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to an amazing single divorcee. So at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, just difficult times for the young MD at school. Modi famously said, "How you like me now?" And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, I know many people can in their own way. So thanks for being here, because that really inspires this show, because I know it's not where you're from. It's definitely where you're about to go. All right. So let's dive into the topic today. We're talking about passion. And point one is that passion is an inside job. You know, you're going to have difficult. I mean, the thing about Donald Trump and his ineptitude and crazy, and the people who he has really inspired to be crazy. I mean, I shouldn't say inspired. He's allowed crazy to. He's normalized crazy, normalized racism, normalized white supremacy. We know it's there, because he's emboldened people to let those things out. Yeah, this is a difficult time. If you're a person of color living, right, if you're anyone living under Donald Trump leadership, you're in trouble. Let's just keep it real. Even people who support him, they're in trouble too. But because his antipathy is focused on women and people of color and anyone who's not white and male, and doesn't support him, I mean, it's really intense. So in order to maintain a certain level of passion, we encourage you to develop a series of rituals that you can engage in that'll help you to. I'm about to sneeze. Hold on a second. I'm gonna be strong. Do the old sneeze thing. Well, I'm gonna sneeze during my show. I have a radio show, and then we have a little cough button. There's no cough button on the internet. You just gotta let it go. But what was I say? Oh, Trump. Oh man. So we encourage you to develop an internal mechanism, a series of rituals that you can be able to keep your passion alive. So let me just share personally. So the last week, I've been having a difficult time. It's just been sad, I call it the COVID blues, and other things too, just life, but COVID certainly is impacting it. I'll just feel sad, and that's pretty normal for a lot of us. And as a sidebar, so this show is called Productive Through Joy. That doesn't mean that you don't feel sad. It doesn't mean that you don't have hardship. It doesn't mean that you don't go through it. I go through it all the time. What this show is about is being able to acknowledge that, embrace that, keep it real about it, but then, and go through that, be in that space, but don't live in that space. Because you don't have to, because you're sad, you don't have to live in sadness. You just don't. That's what the show is really about. What do you do when you are feeling sad? So let me just share personally. So yeah, this week I've been feeling sad every day. It's pretty much been a struggle. I mean, I'm going to bed a little bit earlier so I can get more sleep, because I get up so early in the morning. Just trying to deal with it day to day. And so what gets me through these days when I'm feeling sad, when it's like, again, sad, is being able to have what I call them morning rituals, but you can call them anything you want to. Just a system for building my internal infrastructure, getting meditating and reading and running and being creative writing. In fact, doing this show helps me too, being able to share, you know, uh, and also being of service in different ways. Even though when you're sad and tired, you do not want to serve. Let me tell you that. You just want to be like, I want to be in my man cave, be by myself, and just making myself in this moment serve somebody. I can't serve very much. I was pretty sad. I was just trying to get through the day. But even a few times when I was just super down, I just made myself serve someone else. So those are my ways to. That's my internal. Those are my morning rituals. Those are my rituals throughout the day. But certainly, they're rooted in the morning. So I am not saying you have to do. I am not saying you have to do what I do. Not at all. But I am saying that you want to do something, because if you don't do something to undergird yourself, not only will you not have any passion, you'll want to stay in the bed all the damn day. Especially with the current administration and COVID, this stuff is depressing. I was telling my lady and my family, I've got two daughters. So I haven't been drinking or doing anything to make myself, no stimulants. I'll leave it at that. So I was like, why are you. And I said to them, listen, I need to be on top of my game. Those things, can, it'd be great just to be like, whew. But yeah, no stimulants at all, nothing. Because I want to be able to be strong for myself, but also I need to be clear-minded for my family, people who I love and care about. Someone's got to be sober up in his piece. You know what I'm saying? Because these times are depressing. And think about when you're not sober, you once you come back to soberness, once you come down or get back to normal, those problems are still there. And not that one can't have a drink or do what they're going to do, but for me right now, I'm just saying, this is just me. These are some of my strategies during COVID. I'm not drinking a thing but some water with lemon essence and carbonation. That's as far as I'll go at this point. So the point of this long meandering sidebar is that you want to do something to undergird yourself, because that will eventually allow you to move through the sadness and get to a space where you can at least access passion. You might not even be able to get to passion, but at least you're in the game by not being in the bed like I want to be in the bed all the time now because I'm so sad, which goes into point two. And then once you can get to that space, you have to make that next jump, because it isn't enough just to have these rituals, right? I do them, thank God I have them. But I have to also decide, okay, I'm going to keep fighting through this. That's the thing, I know people are struggling, because I know if I am struggling with all the things that I have to do to kind of keep myself together, to keep myself like this, and this is my real self, I know other people who aren't doing as much just to undergird themselves. They must be really going through it. Because if I'm going through it, given all the things that I do to help myself, people are hurting right now. Which goes into point three. You want to be about passion, undergirding yourself. Right, that's important. You have to survive. If you have a family, especially, do what you need to do. But you have to also be conscious that other people also need your help. Other people need your service. I was sharing that I've been trying to serve. I have been serving, even though I haven't wanted to serve, frankly. I was like, leave me alone. I just want to be by myself. But I know that when I'm able to serve, that's just a good thing to do, but also it makes me feel better to serve. So I can stop belly gazing, feeling sorry for my own damn self. Let me encourage you to have that mindset, as you engage in undergirding yourself, and so you can access passion. It isn't just for you, it's for in my language, in my nomenclature, it's for my family, my community, my ancestors, and myself. It's for those in my spheres of influence, so that they can be supported. Because in my life, people have supported me when I've been down, when I was younger, for example. When I needed help, people have come through for me. So I do pass it forward. Now I'm in a position to help other people in various ways. I do it. I serve them because I've been served and helped, and even though it may seem a small thing, but calling someone when you're down, emailing someone, sending someone a nice note, liking someone's photo on IG, whatever, be about service. All right, boom goes the dynamite. That's all we have for today's show. We'll see you Listen today at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.